Okay, finally. Uh, I'm seriously getting pissed off at the fact that the PS4 is not letting me do what I want it to do. It's like I'm getting sick of it, man. I'm like, I get it. You don't want to work, fine. I just want you to work, just for it to be done. It's like, come on. Anyway, I apologize for my very nasty attitude, but it's like, come on. I just want something to work. Damn it. It's anyway. Hello to Chaos Reaper. Hey, what's up, man? I was about to contact. I was about to contact the players for the other team or for the other game, but since you're here, I can go with your team first. So, but even so, it's just I hate it when it doesn't work the way that it should. It's just absolute bullshit. But okay, let me do this really quickly. But yes, your team will be first. So okay, so it's the Cardinals. You guys are going to be hosting the Bears. Okay. I mean, anyway, let me double check and see. Anyway, how's everything going, Chaos Reaper? I know that you talked to me about Jose and how like you and Greg forgave him. I should probably mention that part right there. Okay. It's cool. Let's go to work. Hey, getting dinner ordered at the moment. We'll be lurking. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. All right. Let me also contact the people from the other game, including uh, Young and Remnant Elementor. So this would be also this would be a good time to go get some snacks and stuff like that. Young Samurai. Okay, and then one more person for the Bears, and that would be Mobman. Okay. Let me double check and see who's in here. I will watch as much as I can. I have to leave for work soon. Not a problem, though. Recording my NFL podcast at the moment, so I'll be lurking too. Oh! I did not realize that. Well, I. I mean, you just said it yourself. It may not be any of your business, really. And who's to say I. Anyway. Okay, so Chaos is here, and then Walter, I can't contact him, but the other two I can. So let me get Greg and Biological, but to get him, I have to contact him through Twitter. So let me do that really quick. And then, where was I? Oh, yeah, that's right, Greg. Let me get Greg here. Okay, there we go. So that's all the people I want to get here. And also, hello to Walter Johnson. And then Clinton says, finally got the audio for my video done, MLO. And yes, Walter, your eyes do not deceive you. Jose is back. At the moment, he's just simply back for the videos. Now, I haven't thought of bringing him back right away, but I want to ease him back into it. So with that said, let's get to the game. And this will take place in the Arizona Cardinals stadium. I think really the only thing I'm going to ask Chaos Reaper, since he is the captain of the team, do you want to play with the roof open in your stadium at Cardinal Stadium, or do you want it closed? You get the option either way. Also, let's see. Also, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try... Actually, we'll go with this one. Never mind. Okay. Goal Cardinals to win. Or Walter can select if you want to defer to him, I guess. Also, everything else looks good in terms of the game and whatnot. And I also realize there is a delay between what I say and then when you guys get it, so I have to remember that. I have to remember there's a gap in between. Oh, that's right. He's recording his podcast. I forgot. My bad. Well, I'll just type in the chat there. There we go. I'm just asking Walter if he wants the roof open or closed for Cardinal Stadium, given that this is where he is right now. There we go. Guess it doesn't really. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess. Well, I just figured I'd ask that question. But okay, I guess I'll just say open. I guess so. Good luck to the Cardinals, though. I mean, I can't. I'm a very patient person, but I can't like wait forever. And plus, I know other people are gonna want to watch this, so they can't wait forever either. So yeah. Thankfully, I haven't had any drop frames or anything like that, so thank goodness. But yeah, it's very frustrating though when you have only like when the PS4 just keeps just shitting on you. Like, come on, man. Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
So the winner goes to the Super Bowl, and it's going to come down to the Bears and the Cardinals. And the Bears haven't been to the Super Bowl since, I believe it was the 06 season, and the Cardinals went 3 years later. But ever since 2009, neither one of these teams has had a chance to get to this point. I mean, they would often win the wild card round or the division round, but that was as close as they would get. And this is as close as they're going to get by both teams. So good luck to both teams involved. Also, let me turn down my... There we go.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
And they get to the 20-yard line. About average, but it could have been worse, I will say that. Anyway, Cardinals for the win. Bears O-line sucks. Look at Sunday in real life. Poor Fields. Yeah.
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive.
Now, bear in mind, this was 3 years before the current season, which is another reason why I am going to update to Madden 22. Not just because it has my number, but also because, you know, you can only go with a game for about 3 years before you have to, you know, replace it again. All right, now Reaper gets a catch, and unfortunately, they drop the ball. So the center is biological, very big man, but then you have a wideout, number 80, in Greg Harris, a.k.a. Mythic Legends Wrestling. And I mean, of course, to help out a very talented, but at this point, aging Larry Fitzgerald. All right, 2nd and 10. And Chaos gets caught again, and by who else? Khalil Mack. Indisputably the best player on Chicago. Yeah, that was an incomplete pass before that. But yes, Khalil Mack got to him, and that's something that's something that the Cardinals are going to have to watch out for, because the worst thing you can do is leave that man open. You just cannot do it. And, you know, I would like to contribute to, you know, Chaos, you're not the only person that records a NFL podcast. I have a good friend in Tan Man C and his best friend Mason, and they do a podcast too. And look at this, he's going to go wide, and that's a great catch. Nobody picked him up, and a 40-yard reception to Clay.
So they went gutsy. Instead of getting some space with a conservative run, they throw the football at a big third down conversion.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's just what I said, wasn't it? Didn't I say they were
Right place, right time with Clay, and nobody picked him up.
took a shot?
I mean, of course, there's myself and Mobman on the linebacking core. Yeah, that was a great pass. They fake the handoff. They get another completion, this time to Mythic Legends, a.k.a. Greg Harris. Greg Harris getting his first reception. Thought about doing a college football StreamYards. I got a couple ideas in line. Oh, that's right. What Chaos Reaper and Tan Man C and his friend Mason are to professional football, Clinton is to college football. College football is, you know, Clinton's first love. I mean, to be fair, some of the best players in the world, they started in college. Well, most of them did. And another completion, and they get it down to the 7. And, of course, here's another man that they have to watch out for, and that is Kirk. And, of course, apparently this was when Kirk was a rookie. So if that was him as a rookie, can you imagine how much better he got? If, you know, I don't know if he's still with the team. That's the only thing I don't know. All right, so 1st and goal at the 7. And Reaper gets a touchdown. They did not mess around. And, of course, the man who caught that big touchdown pass was Clay. the same guy that made that 40-yard reception, excuse me. Yeah, no doubt he was in. Feet was in, everything was in, the ball was in. And the Cardinals made no bones about it. They want to go to the Super Bowl. College hockey, NHL, college football, NFL, MMA, NBA, MLB, excuse me, and NBA are my favorite sports. I mean, that's a great selection of sports there. No joke there. And after a PAT, it is 7-0 Arizona. And you have to also give some credit to Biological. That would be number 56, the center for the Cardinals. And now Walter Johnson and the rest of the defense for Arizona will be up next.
The touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
So they kick it away, and they will just simply take the knee. And now it's going to be up to Kyle Young, as well as Remnant Elementor on offense. And there you see Kyle Young. Looks a little bit different, but outside of that, there he is.
As well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Getting ready to stream some more. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Cole.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
All right, there we go. Okay, so Young has second in inches. That was a good pass by him. So already Chicago is down 7-0, so they'll have to answer. And for Arizona, they got to find a way to stop them. And Kyle had his best game last time, and a completion to who else? His running buddy, Remnant Elementor.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree.
Anyway, great catch, and Patrick Peterson doing a good job with with the tackle to just simply cut their losses. Now at midfield, 1st and 10. Oh, they faked the jet sweep. But unfortunately, they were not fooled on that run attempt. So, let's see, James Daniels on left guard. But then you have Remnant Elementor, number 3. That's the guy you got to watch out for. Because now that Chicago has its quarterback and its number 1 weapon, I'd have to imagine that that's going to spread it out for the rest of the offensive weapons. I'd have to think. A completion, but they only got about 6 yards on that one, so 3rd and 3. Good catch there by Burton.
That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking
and a complete. Oh, that was incomplete. For a moment, I thought he had it. Meaningless if the line cannot block cardboard.
And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking.
Well, of course, it also doesn't mean anything much if the guys that you're throwing it to can't catch it besides Remnant. Well, now they're going to have to punt it away. And they kick it, and Well, that was not a bad kick though, because he angled it, and the referee is going to mark it at the 4-yard line. So that's a pretty good way to pin the opposing offense.
You're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Of course, if it becomes a game of field position, I mean, if you're Chicago, a successful defensive series here, and you not only get the ball back, but you get it back in much better position. Oh, I already picked open, Wally. Hang on a moment.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into
And you might need to refresh, Wally. You might be behind.
It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned.
Also, let me double check to see. Yeah. Do refresh, my friend. Okay, good. I haven't dropped any frames. Nice catch there by Larry Fitzgerald. And Chaos Reaper already has 108 yards and a touchdown. So far, Chaos Reaper doing exactly what you expect to do. It's like around 30 to 40 yards. Yeah, you would think so, roughly. I would think so too. I mean, of course you don't want to punt, but you have to. You have to have a great kicking team. You just have to. They hand it off, and they get about 2 yards on that one. So 2nd and 8. Both teams having a bit of trouble with the run game. And goal Cardinals, yes. So that's the end of the first quarter. After one, it is 7-0 Arizona. All right, so we pick up where we left off. 2nd and 8. Goes for a pass, and they get a couple more yards to Fitzgerald, but it's only good for 5 yards and a 3rd and 3. Big play here coming up for Chicago, because they got to find a way to stop Arizona.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
I mean, the worst thing you could do is let Arizona get ahead, and, well, they get a first down, does Arizona, so, credit Arizona on reading on just simply taking what the defense gives them.
Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37
And then Walter Johnson says, "Good job, Reaper." Yeah, Reaper's doing a great job as a quarterback. Now he hands it off, and that's enough for a first down. Great job there by Johnson. Well, no relation to Walter Johnson, because this Johnson got himself a 10-yard plus run. And right now, the Bears are not stopping the run, and that's something that they got to do. I mean, that's something that they were unable to do against the Browns. I mean, the Browns just ran roughshod, literally and figuratively. And another completed pass and a first down, this time to Drake. 17 yards.
there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
I mean, right now, if you're Chicago, you're going to have to find something. You're going to have to change up your game plan because what you're doing is, it just hasn't worked. But Chaos Reaper, just like a surgeon, he's picking them apart. Yeah, you're on the sideline, but you did pretty well in the short time that you were out there. I mean, you stopped Chicago dead in its tracks, and they really didn't do much.
Just go. Let's see who's faster.
This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far.
And a catch to, or rather a pass and completion to Greg Harris. He gets it and goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And of course, Lashana's doing Ninja Clash. And a completion to Larry Fitzgerald for about 3 yards on that one. So 2nd and 7. Speaking of which, let me... I do want to showcase...
Don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Oh, here she is. Here it is.
Off the draw, here's Johnson.
And Johnson, nice run. A little bit short of the first down.
A gain of 3 last play.
But anyway, here is Lashana's show. Anyway, you had a match on Blaze Radio. I did? Oh, well, I'll have to look at it again because, yeah, it was either going to be today or tomorrow that I was going to do it. But I figured it'd be better to do it today and not have to worry about, having enough time to or rushing it. And Chaos Reaper's going to run for it, and he gets the rushing touchdown. And both Reaper and Harris are doing the back shake. Nice little dance there. Look at this. Yeah, nobody picked him up. And then Smith finally realized it, but it was too late. Yeah, look at that dance between Reaper and Harris. Man, Arizona is firing on all cylinders, and Chicago just they're off to a bad start here. All right, so 14-0. Now, I mean, we've had games where teams got up to 2 touchdowns, but then ended up losing just simply for the fact that they didn't protect the lead. Straight up dissecting them. Absolutely.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
And it looks like Lashana is having difficulties when it comes to streaming. I feel bad for her, So of course she's not the only one that's having trouble with shitty internet. Or actually, I don't even think it's the internet. It's more so PS4 just being a bitch. I'm sorry, but, it's like lately it's been being a bitch to me. And, I mean, outside of the time that I was doing UFC, in which it went well, it just absolutely stunned me that it just doesn't work the way that it used to. I'm hoping that they fix their shit, but it's, you can imagine how pissed off I am about that. The fact that I have to resort to using OBS, just to even get this done. But that's enough about
Wait
me.
a little while. Get at least 2
But
first
for
downs.
Chicago, they only managed to get one measly yard out of this.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. They're going to look to throw.
And um, Kyle Young did not see that one coming, as
Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Chicago gets sent back another 5 yards after that sack. But yeah, Young is just out of character or out of sync at this moment. We'll see if they can make any adjustments here. Time for me to head to work, catch the rest on the replay. Okay, not a problem. And they go for a run, but Arizona just aware of this. They know. It's like they know what Chicago's going to do before they do it. I mean, Chicago's just wondering what do we have to do to even make any sort of progress whatsoever. So I know how frustrating it can be. Oh, slips by 1, slips by 2, but ends up falling. So now a minute and 11 seconds for Arizona to add even more points on the board. So there you see Greg Harris, 3 receptions for 42 yards.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And Chaos is going to run. I mean, credit to Chaos for holding on to the ball, because I've seen quarterbacks that are not used to running and then they get hit and then they drop the ball, but this time he held on to it. 2nd and 8. And Chaos, they get a completion, but they get a completion, they get a first down. And they still have 1 timeout left for them to use.
And how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And Arizona's going to take a timeout. Okay.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your
I will say that the stadium for Arizona looks really nice. Like, ever since it came out, it's a really nice facility. And I mean, it's miles better than than the Tempe, Arizona Sun Devil Stadium. It's a nice stadium, Sun Devil Stadium, but Cardinal Stadium is infinitely better. And that was a better effort on the part of Khalil Mack, as he has 2 sacks to Arizona's 1, but they certainly could have used that a couple of plays ago. I'm like, where was this when Reaper was picking you guys apart? Like, where was this? Anyway, there you see Johnson sitting down, number 99, Walter. But they will not get a playoff. So it will remain 14-0 Arizona. And also, hey, sorry about that. Also, hello to Zach Walker. Zach, you have a game after this one. You're gonna have your game with you're on the Patriots, and you'll be facing off, like, you and the rest of the Patriots will be facing off against the Los Angeles Chargers. But as this game stands, it is Arizona 14, Chicago 0. So Chicago's going to have to find a way to make up for lost time. But they also have to find a way to stop Arizona too. I mean, even if you start scoring touchdowns, if you can't keep up with Arizona and stop them, then I mean, this game is good as over. Though I'm interested on the team. Interesting, I'm on the team that I hate. Oh, the Patriots. I didn't know that you hated them. Otherwise, I would have had you play elsewhere. But well, I'll have to remember that next time. Okay. But Chicago will start with the ball, and this is a good opportunity for them to make a run at it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively.
That being said, though, Zach, I want to congratulate you the other day for I don't like how they did the Jaguars. Oh, so is that your team? The Jaguars, and I mean, I know that you also like the Cowboys, and I know that you were also a fan of the Cowboys to a certain degree. But I still like the Patriots a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's a much different team than it was when it had Brady. Like if we're talking real life. Anyway, they get a tackle for loss. Does Chicago, and I mean they just cannot get anything going. I mean, great play there by number 98, Peters, who, as I understand, is still with the team. Or I might be confusing him with another Peters, because I know that there's at least a Peters in the league. And Kyle Young just got beasted by Mr. Jones. Chandler Jones with a huge sack onto Kyle Young.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
I mean, Arizona having their way with the Bears much more than they did with the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders gave them everything that they could handle and a whole lot more, but Arizona just came back and won in overtime. But here, not much. Anyway, do I take this random homeless... What? What the hell? Do I take this random homeless man to be your husband? What the hell? Girl says no. Oh, you're just... Is that a skit or something? Also, Super Mario Under does videos of his own, so you can check him out, though. And apparently Zach is laughing at this. And for Chicago, they're going to kick it off for the 1,000th time. I am being sarcastic right there. Nice kick there. Gets past one. And had he gotten past that crowd of Bears, yeah, he pretty much would have been wide open for a big return. And Greg Harris having a great game himself. Anybody but Arizona.
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
They pitch it. And, well, Drake had, well, I mean, that was a no gain there, but I'm ready to win the Super Bowl.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to
And also, Mythic Legends Wrestling, what's up? Greg, you're in the game. You're number 80 as the wide receiver, and you just helped, and you just helped Chaos Reaper number 36 make a first down with his feet.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right.
Yeah, there you go. There was you right there making a block. I see. Darman. Darman. But yeah, so far your team is doing pretty well, but I don't want to say too much at this point. Now Chaos Reaper trying to find somebody. And, ooh, that could have been tipped, and that could have been picked off.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson.
And Johnson, great run.
40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards the pickup.
So far, Arizona just playing a complete game, not just on offense, but also on defense, too.
He made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So no need to cry, Zach. But yeah, thank you for the show, Greg, and I appreciate the, thank you for the match that I had on the show. I do look forward to my match with Prometheus in Mythic Legends Wrestling in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So I appreciate that very, very much. I mean, at the rate this is going, it may very well be a blowout.
And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
And then, you said you're welcome. Right now, the only thing that the only thing that Chaos Reaper could do to foul this up is make interceptions and stuff like that, or make plays like that in which they end up going backward instead of forward. And there you see me, number 25, making a tackle for loss.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the
You made another freaking email to make a shorts channel.
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
All right, so 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13.
A completion. I'm not sure if he got enough forward progress for a first down. Well, a little short at 3rd and 1.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Yeah, Arizona's doing pretty well. They haven't turned the ball over themselves, and they haven't been stopped either. In the time, well, except for the fact that when they had the ball going out on the first half, well, wait a minute, a fumble, but then gathered up, and that's going to be short of a first down. But had Johnson not recovered that fumble, Chicago could have ended up with it, and who knows what they would have done with it. So nice recovery there, as it was Madden who forced the fumble, but Johnson was able to recover it. But yeah, that's one of the things you got to worry about when you're taking on Mobman, because that's what he can do.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try.
Well, that's going to result in a field goal, but Chicago is down by 3 scores.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So 17-0 Arizona, and we still have one more quarter left to go, though. Do you know who Beluga is, TJ, or anyone else? No, I can't say I have. I don't know who he is. I don't know who Beluga is.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
All right, so they kick it away, and
This will be
they'll
taken in
they'll
at
take
the
it out,
And he'll take this across
and
the
they'll get to the
25.
27. That's a
Couple extra
better
yards
than
to the
average
27
return.
yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively.
And then Walter says he doesn't, so okay.
Or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off. Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
All right, so now Wally Johnson is now on the field, and Young is going to make a rush. What the hell? Folks, I have never seen this before. It just blacked out on me. What the hell? Okay. That is weird. Okay. Does it need I hope it doesn't need any cleaning, but what the hell? I mean, first the PS4 doesn't work, and now this? Oh my gosh. Maybe... What the hell? Okay, hopefully I can get this back. If I can, great. Huh. Right now I'm just trying to turn it back on, but... Okay. So it just crapped out on me. Great. Just great. I'm like... Alright, right now it's turning back on, thankfully. Goodness gracious. But yeah, that is just one of the weirdest things I have ever seen. Well, I wish I wish I was in a much better mood than that, Mr. Super Mario Under. I mean, I get it. You're trying to make light of it, but okay. Okay, so now it's coming back on, thankfully. It's coming back on. Okay. Well, I will say I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So, because if had it been within one score, you know, be it 7 points or 3 points or less than that, um, yeah, there we go. Also, hello to JWE. What's up, man? So yeah, you get a little behind the scenes peek at what just happened here, but oh my gosh. So I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it that Arizona wins 17-0. I mean, it was not like it was a close game or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have carried over the points, and then it would have just been a matter of, okay, can they overcome that deficit? And if they could, great. If they can't, then it would stand. But in this case, Arizona was up by 3 scores, and with less than a but and with less than 1 5-minute quarter left, I don't think you come back from 17-0 with 5 minutes a quarter. So yeah, so that's gonna be my ruling, is that Arizona won. I mean, it was not even close. So it's like, so there you go. All right, so hopefully it didn't. No, McDonald's does not win. I mean, this is not Ronald McDonald we're talking about. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Also, let me make sure I do this really quickly. Let me load the roster. That way, when I get to the next game, I can finish. Wait, game in progress. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay, so I can resume it. Never mind. Okay, well, let's get back to this then. Okay, never mind. It cannot be loaded. Shit. Yeah, well, like I said, the Bears were far down before it could even be salvaged, but like I said, Arizona wins this one. So up next is going to be the New England Patriots against the Los Angeles Chargers. Okay. All right. So so far the only person that is here. I mean, I know that Clinton said he had to go to work, but up next is Zach Walker. Okay, we'll go with this one. We'll go with partly cloudy. Not much. But outside of that, though, up next is Los Angeles at New England. But yeah, after the fact that it just crapped out on me, I might have to do 2 things. I might have to clean out my PS4 and then also consider getting a PS5 just so that it doesn't do that again. And who knows, maybe that might help. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't get PS5 just for the hell of it, you know?
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup.
Anyway, back to back to this game, or going to this game. I want to say hello to JWE.
Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a venue that's been sold out
Okay,
since it
so
opened back in 2002,
for the Patriots, I mean, they have a kicker in Logan Hinton and a punter in Rob Parks, as their kicking game was not very good, or at least not in this game. It wasn't. Then you have DKO as the center, and then Red Hood Jordan Walker, who is in the chat, as the tight end. Then, of course, you have the Chargers with Jennifer Richards as the linebacker, Cole Wesson as the center, Clinton as both punter and kicker, and Blaze McCoy as the wide receiver. So, no, you're not the only one on the Patriots. You actually do have some help in the center and on the kicking team. Okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field,
and they kick it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the
All right, so coming up next is the, at the time, soon-to-be retired Phillip Rivers, as he was coming at the end of his run with the Chargers. And of course, he is going up against a team that was kind of also at the end of their run of dominance, was the New England Patriots. I mean, really though, the Patriots in 2014, 2016, and 2018, their respective seasons, they won the Super Bowl. The 2017 one, they made it to the Super Bowl but lost to the Eagles. But I mean, the fact that you win 3 championships in a span of 5 years, that's very impressive. Anyway, nice run there by, I believe that was Eckler who ran it. I didn't see it. Yeah, that was Eckler who got it. He got past Guy, but the only thing he lost was his balance. So not a bad first run there by the Chargers. And of course, we all know that Clinton is not a fan of the Patriots, much less Tom Brady, for obvious reasons. And Rivers, that was a very risky play because that could have been picked off. So there you see number 95, the big man, Cole Wesson. Number 83, Blaze McCoy.
They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
And Rivers,
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
they get about 6 yards on that one. So 3rd and 4. Now it's starting to get a little bit dark, so I might need to turn on my light there. But 3rd and 4. And a completion and a first down as he gets it to Williams. Or actually, let me do this really quick. There we go.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They give it off here.
And a jet sweep. He gets by one guy, and he gets by a couple, and Green with a 15-yard rush. That was a good rush there. So far, the Chargers, they're playing like a team that wants to prove that they are the best team. And why would you not? It's either you want to be the best or it's not at all. It's like it's either you do it or you don't. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 34 for Los Angeles. And a completion. And did he get enough forward progress for a first down? And they do. They do, so it's a first down for Allen. Great job there by Allen.
Right, they're
defense.
Fakes a handoff. Rivers. Rivers. They get it to number 81. And they get it to Williams. Great play there by Williams. Okay, good. I'm happy that the frame rate has not dropped. Thank God. And I seriously mean that. Thank God. And also thank God that it went back to working, because I was afraid that it died on me.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Anyway, first and goal. Rivers gets a completion, but they only get about 3 yards on that one. All right, now let's take a look at the defense for the Patriots. John Simon, Lawrence Guy on each end. Then you have Collins, the right outside linebacker. Then, of course, you have Devin and Jason McCourty as free safety and cornerback respectively. So you got to watch out for the McCourty brothers if you are the Chargers. So second and goal. They go for a run, and Watt only gets about a yard. So now third and goal. I would think that if you're the Chargers, you want to get a touchdown, because you know that with Tom Brady, especially on the Patriots, you're going to need all the points you can get. But in this case, they do get the touchdown. And in fact, if we can look at the replay, they initially stopped him, but then another player from New England might have accidentally pushed him in for a touchdown. Yeah, they got him in, but then number 23 accidentally pushed him in by accident. Yeah, it was Chung who was trying to help him take him down, but he might have helped shoved him in. Anyway, decided to drop by. Sorry, I was a little bit busy today. Not a problem. So yeah, you had your game earlier, Mr. Remnant. I'm kind of ashamed to even talk about it, if I'm being honest with you. And it has nothing to do with you. It's just more with the game, more specifically. But how's everything going, Mr. Remnant? And obviously, I do look forward to playing alongside Remnant with Super Smash Brothers in a couple of days. But I will see it later. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. I hope everything's going well in Remnant Land. Good? Awesome. Yeah, man. New England has 6 championships, which is very ludicrous to say the least. All right, so New England is going to start out, and they will start at the 22. So there you see Brady. And, of course, we all know that Tom Brady is... I'm going to say this. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Heck, I would think that he would be one among the greatest players to have ever played the game of American football. Do I think he's the greatest of all time? Probably not. I know that Clinton doesn't consider anybody a GOAT, but he's right up there. I mean, some people consider Johnny Unitas one of the greatest of all time, which I don't mind. There's a debate of great players that you can make a case for. Anyway, they fake the handoff, and Brady gets got. And it was by Perriman.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I mean, they faked the handoff, and Perriman, yeah, I don't know who was supposed to pick him up, but whoever did, they didn't do a good job blocking him. And then Zach is being and I'd imagine Zach is not too happy about this, and why would he not be? Or rather, why should he be? All right, so they get a. That was not a bad. That is. What kind of throw was that, Brady? Anyway, here is the offense. You have Mr. DKO as the center. Then, of course, you have tight ends Julian Edelman and Jordan Walker.
And being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now 3rd and 18.
That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Brady. They get a completion, but not enough to get a first down. He got it to Walker, but the Chargers were quick enough to prevent him from, breaking out and possibly getting a touchdown. Yeah, because they don't stop him here. He's in the clear.
He's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So, yeah, great catch there by Walker. And, of course, that's going to add to his stats, but for the moment, that is short of a first down. And they're going to have to kick it away. And we have, I forget which. Oh, that's Rob Parks as the punter. Although they did a good job jamming him, and they only got to the 20-yard line. So 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. I mean, this game is not over yet. So 1st and 10 to start at the 20. And a jet sweep, and this time they were not fooled, were the Patriots, and that's going to result in a loss of a yard. And that's going to end the first quarter, and at the end of one, it is 7-0 Los Angeles. So yeah, Van Noy was not fooled.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 11 at the 19. Just making sure. Okay, good. I always have to check every now and then to see how the health of the stream is doing. And a run, and he gets to the outside. He doesn't get very far, however. Just a little bit more of a burst of speed, and he probably would have gotten a first down, maybe even a whole lot more. But now it's a 3rd and 7, and if you're New England, you want to get this stop. And this would force them to punt and give them the ball back, so they get the completion. Now, let's see. Where are they going to spot this one? They get a 4th and inches. Now, the question is, do you try to go for it? If you go for it and you fail, then you give Brady and the rest of the Patriots great field position.
Get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So, I mean, it's a tough call because, I mean, like I said, if you go for it and you fail, you give the Patriots great field position. Nope, they're going to kick it. And, of course, we have the punter in the form of Clinton Cage, and he punts it away. And, well, he gets by one guy. So they get about to the 30-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play.
Okay, so 1st and 10 at the 30. And Brady.
This one complete to Muhammad.
They get a completion for 4 yards. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 yards. And a 2nd and 5.
Pretty safely. That route is not
Also, let me
called if you
check
don't
my
have a guy
phone
who
to
can
see
throw
if
the
anyone's
ball
trying to
with some
call me.
mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it here. This is James White.
And I missed what happened here. And they get a first down. Okay. I was looking at my messages just to see if anyone was trying to call me. But they get a first down, does New England. And that was a great run there by number 28. I couldn't see his name there. White. First and 10 at the 43, excuse me. They fake the handoff. And he's going to go for it. And what a catch! That's a huge play by Sanu Jr. And that's going to get him to the 13. I mean, huge play there.
The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Mohamed Sanu Jr. I mean, he caught it just... he caught it... I don't know what else to say. I mean, that was a great catch. Now, first and 10 at the 13.
Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Into the red zone.
They faked the handoff, and well, they got to Brady, and it was Joey Bosa. Great play there by Bosa. Of course, if the name is familiar, I mean, of course, his brother Nick, he plays for the San Francisco Giants. But Joe is the older brother between the two, so it was Joe, older brother Joe, who got to him, and now it's 2nd and 20. So that's going to set him back 20 yards.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Play action.
They fake the handoff again, and this time it's James Jr. that gets a sack. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? I mean, you go from being within, what, 3 yards of, or actually 13 yards in front of the end zone to now being 31 yards? I mean, of course, our defense is booty. Well, it's not your defense, it's your offensive line. I think that's what you probably meant to say. All right, so now all right, so they get the completion to Edelman, but nowhere close to a first down. All right, so that was the Chargers taking the timeout. So they'll go for a field goal to try to cut it to within a 4-point game. We'll see if they can do it. He kicks it, and it's good. So it's a 7-3 game.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
So now it is a... Anyway, sorry about that. It is now a 4-point play, or a 4-point game, excuse me. And there you see Logan Hinton, a former quarterback himself.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5.
And they field it, but they get it to the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Think they've got to look
All
a
right,
little
so
more
back in the
accurate
field
to a
is
spot that they have
Philip
in front of
Rivers,
you.
and
Time to shake things up a little bit to
I
try and
mean,
get
if you're the
something going
Chargers,
here.
the one thing you don't want to do is turn over the ball. You don't want to do
Been
it.
called before, realize it hasn't
Go
worked
to
so
something
well.
else.
I mean, try to burn off as much time as you can,
From one of your
but
better players
ultimately
and
you
maybe
want to
try and hit
score,
something big and get things going in the
preferably
extreme
a
end zone.
touchdown, especially against New England. Like I said, New England I'm not too particularly worried about because
That is incomplete.
this is a team that's been there, done that.
Contact brings up second
Anyway,
down.
nice defense there by Vanoy and one of the Hightower, and Hightower and one of the McCourty brothers. I didn't see who it was that knocked away the ball, but great defensive work there. Great secondary
First
work.
down, here's second and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10,
Throwing again. Ready.
and a completion.
Henry.
And
Getting 10 back.
did they get enough?
Some
Nope,
up for
they
third
got
down.
3rd and inches,
Tough on the
and they
secondary
got it to
there.
Henry.
In zone
Now this is another
coverage.
situation where they
Kept him
were in
circled
inches.
and find a spot.
Now the question is,
If you want to
can they
change
get
things
this?
up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about
Fakes a
getting
handoff.
on your back end. Send someone
And
else.
did he get
Someone
enough
else out
forward
there.
progress?
Zone blitz could come into play to try
He
and get
does
you out of
not. In
that
fact,
position.
he goes
He'll get
backwards
across the
instead of
middle,
forward.
and
What the
that will
hell?
make it fourth down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we?
They did
Maybe you
not
shouldn't
go.
let that one
Yeah,
go, right? Because
they
you
just
want your
shot
guys
themselves
to
in the foot
grow
right
and
there.
develop. But that goes against every
So
instinctive
now
thing
New
we've seen
England
from
gets
this
another
offense.
chance.
Everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to
And,
make that
well,
play.
they get to the 31-yard.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the
Well,
return.
thank you, Walter. I appreciate it. And also, congratulations on making the Super Bowl, this time as a Cardinal.
And that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a
Okay,
pretty good
so
game overall. Just the hits
1st and 10
and taking those
at the
shots.
31.
That's not the way that they want
So
to
now
play.
New England has a
Don't get
chance
on the ground so much.
to cut the lead or even go ahead on a touchdown.
Pretty good. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more
And
than
if
a minute
you're
to go in the half.
and if you're Los Angeles, you have to find a way to stop them any way that you can.
Today's NFL.
A completion,
Whenever you get
but
the opportunity,
I mean they get
you can
positive yards, yes,
points with the high-powered
but now it's a 2nd and 5,
analytics will tell you. Try and score.
and New England calls a timeout this time. I was on Discord, but I'm back. Not a problem.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Brady.
And they get a first down
To the tight end. Now the
and
Patriots
immediately call timeout with 54 seconds left to go. And that was a completion to Jordan Walker.
seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on first
Brady.
down.
Brady.
That's complete to White.
Well, it's complete,
Full 3 yards.
but unfortunately that's that's a completion in the wrong direction. So that's a 3-yard loss. So that was not a good pass.
In that situation, dropping it would have been
So that was a bad play there by Brady.
even though they completed the
I mean,
There's a sack.
now to their credit, they did go out of bounds to stop the clock, but they lost 3 yards. So that's still not good.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And this one incomplete.
And incomplete. I mean, he had it for a moment,
That
but
one, and it's third down.
not long enough to say that he had control of it. So it's 3rd and 13.
underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Gonna
All right, so
be
3rd and 13,
If
excuse
you
me.
keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in.
And a completion, but again, not enough for a first down.
Now the Chargers will use the second
And the Chargers will use a timeout of their own.
just under 40.
So now both teams have one timeout left in this first half. I mean, you really don't see it, but it really is a game of chess. It really is. The only real difference is it comes down to execution, not just with the offensive and defensive lines on both sides of the ball. And it goes out of bounds, but it's at the 24, so yeah, not far enough. I mean, it's an average start. But anyway, what I was about to say is, like, there's the battle of the front line. I mean, you have the offensive line protecting the quarterback. You have the defensive line trying to get to the quarterback. And if not that, I mean, there's a lot of little battles down there. It really is like a game of chess at times. Do you try to get to the quarterback, or do you try to hold back and peel away to try to get the running back just like that? Anyway, they lose 3 yards on that one to the Chargers. Now 20 seconds, or 23 seconds and counting. Anyway, I'm not sure why you would run. I mean, you would run if you had people in front of you to block, but that time that was not a good play call. I mean, credit, New England for doing that. Anyway, can they get a playoff here? They do. They run it, and I guess they just want to go into the half with the ball, which they do. So at the end of the first half, it is 7-3 Los Angeles.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version.
So it's still a close game. I mean, it's less than a score. You just need a touchdown to take the lead.
As the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Okay. I mean, this game, unlike the last game, is much more closer to call. I really don't know who's going to win this one. I really don't. You just got 600 views on your dumbest videos. I mean, they are short, so I can see it. And force back, and they got... Alright, so they say So Bolden had enough forward progress to get to the 28-yard line, so that's where they're going to start.
To be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
All right, so New England at the 28.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
I mean, one of my dumbest. So they go for a run, and they get about 2 yards on that one. Tom is kind of screwing this up. I mean, to be fair, I mean, Tom, especially, in real life, especially going into in the 2019 season, the 2019 season was undoubtedly his worst. I mean, he was still productive enough to get to the playoffs, but when they got to the playoffs and they ended up taking on the Chiefs, or actually, no, it was against the Titans. They lost to the Titans in the divisional round. And who was the one that threw the interception? Tom Brady. Anyway, they run it. They give it to White, and he gets 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All right, so They run again.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6
Another run to White. Now it's a 3rd and 1.
Here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Wait, 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
They'll try and run.
And they get a first down, and it was Mitchell who just got smoked, but 3 yards on that run, but just enough to get a first down. So now New England is starting to move the chains, and if you're the Chargers, you have got to be concerned because, once they get into a rhythm, the Patriots, they become very tough to stop. And the fact that you've only scored 1 touchdown to this point and haven't added anything else to that, that says a lot about their defense. Fakes the handoff. And that's a catch by, guess who? Jordan Walker.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31. They hand it off. Nice draw play and a first down. Well, now New England is starting to run the ball effectively, and that's a bad thing. That's very bad for Los Angeles, because if they're not able to stop the run, then if nothing else, it just keeps the defense for the Chargers honest.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle.
And, well, they don't get much this time around. Actually, that's a no gain. Well, that was just a classic case of, okay, you ran it a couple of times, now we're starting to catch on to what you're doing. It's like the old saying goes, you don't want to go to the well one too many times, because eventually you're going to get figured out. So, anyway, 2nd and 10. And, ooh, almost picked off by number 58. Was unable to corral it in because that could have been intercepted. Very close. But now it's 3rd and 10.
On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
And Brady.
Throw deep for the end zone. And that
They did a good job keeping it away. I don't know if that would have been a touchdown, but it is kind of hard to tell from the speed of the angle. Let's see. Well, even if he had caught it, I don't know if he would have been inbounds. Let's see. Jordan Walker. Well, actually, no. It just simply hit number 43's helmet, and it went out of bounds. So now they're going to have to go for another field goal.
he hit his first. This one from 38. And this one is right through.
So it is good. So now they cut it to within 1 point.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter.
Great kick there by Logan Hinton, a former quarterback himself.
Lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So now it's a 1-point game. The question is, can the Chargers hold on? Or will New England get back into this and overtake them?
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That'll be taken in.
And they'll just take the knee and go to the 25.
Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes
But yeah, Brady was trying to get to you, man. He was trying to throw you a touchdown. But it was just in a very tight angle, and they kind of knew that you were going to be a threat. So they did a great job defending, not just you, but also defending the pass. If you're New England, you definitely want to get a stop.
First and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Rivers gets a completion to Blaze McCoy. He avoids a couple of tackles, then gets shoved out of bounds, but more importantly than that, he gets a first down, does Blaze McCoy.
For this rookie receiver, when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
All right. And that was Blaze McCoy's first reception, and that's a big one. You definitely want to get him into the, get him involved in the action. And a completion, but he didn't get very far, actually. They only got 3 yards on that one.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion.
Second and 7.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep.
And Allen manages to break one tackle, but could not get any further and lost a couple of yards on that one. So 3rd and 9. So yeah, manages to break one tackle, but the recovery tackle more than made up for it thanks to Hightower. Third and 9. And Rivers. And, oh, I thought for a moment that was completed, but, I mean, it's kind of hard to, try to fit it in that short of a window, but, well, it got knocked away, so even though he had it for like about a split second, he couldn't hold on to it fully before going down. So, yeah, just great play there by the defense. So now they'll have to kick it away and hope that their defense can somehow find a way to stop them. And they down it at the 3. So that's going to help. That's going to pin them closer to their own end zone going into the 4th quarter. So at the end of 3, it is 7-6 Los Angeles. Very, very close.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
And Brady, they get a completion to Walker, but only managed to get 5 yards on that one. But at least enough of a cushion to make it easy for Brady.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Brady.
And Brady, he's going to launch it. Oh, and I think that was Sanu Jr. He had it in his hand for like a few moments, but could not hold on to it.
Such a good job of
Well, this is an interesting situation for New England because if they don't get this first down, that's going to give Los Angeles some great field position should they have to kick it away. And they get it to Julian Edelman, but he does not get the first down, and it's just short.
He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
I mean, great tackle there.
Very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th and 1. The question is, do you go for it? No, they're not going to go for it. They're going to play it safe and hope that their defense can get them another chance. Gets by one guy, gets by a couple of guys, and what fumble? Well, he fumbled it, but it was recovered by Los Angeles, and that could have been that could have been disastrous because that could have given New England another chance. But number 49 was aware of this and he got it before the Patriots could get that back.
So out come the Chargers. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Get enough first downs and make them yeet up their time.
I mean, Jordan, how do you feel about this, man?
When you're kneeling down with the football.
And then Zach is like, damn it. And Rivers. And that is considered incomplete. I thought for a moment he had caught it.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd and 10. If you're the Chargers, you want to try to hold on to the ball as long as you can. And they get a run, and he falls just a bit short on the ground. I'm like, why do you not go forward? Anyway, a 3rd and 1, but I honestly, I'm like, why did you Why did you stop just short of the first down? You could have had it. And I'm talking about Gorton for the Chargers, because instead of having a first down, now it's a 3rd and 1. Well, this time they do get the first down and then a couple more. So Gorton redeemed himself. So they retain possession of the ball.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
All right. 1st and 10 at the 45, past the halfway point. They get it off. Rivers gonna go for a shot. Oh, that could have been picked off, but it could have also been caught by McCoy. But nonetheless, incomplete. I mean, he catches that. That's a touchdown, and it makes it much, much difficult for New England to come back on that one. Oh, manages to stay on his feet, does Eckler for a little bit extra yardage. A 3rd and 5, so that's a more manageable conversion, but can they do it?
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a position.
All right, so now it's a 2-minute warning. So big play coming up for the Patriots. And just as equally a big play for the Chargers.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And they get a first down.
Going to have the first down, and that is going to
And
settle
New
things
England
for
will have to
the
burn a
offense.
timeout for that.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I mean, this is a very close game. I mean, like, last time that you guys played, you went up against the Texans, and they suck. You know, and even with the additions of Jay Vertis and Crushing Kelly and two others, the team as a whole sucks. Like after even when you add those guys, that team really sucks. It really does. And another first down for the Chargers. We are selling right now.
Third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And, well, that time they don't get very far. In fact, they get pushed a couple of yards back, but they could have used that a couple of plays ago. Okay, so this is a close match. Yeah, close in terms of points, definitely. How's it going, Joshua? We lost. This is why I hate the Patriots. Tom keeps screwing stuff up. Well, it wasn't just Tom. It was just the fact that the Chargers they don't want to lose. They refuse to lose. And well, they try to run again, and well, now New England is starting to figure out. Okay, now they just want to run the ball. Well, we're not going to let that happen.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the medal.
Okay, so 3rd and 15. Now the question is, are they going to?
Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
Let's see, what are they going to do here?
1978. I think it was in November.
They will just take the knee and get the win and get the heck out. But yeah, it is over though. But for Zach, he played a great game, but Tom he screwed it up. I hate to say, like, he and the defense, they didn't come up with enough, and well, they're going to go for a field goal here. Well, they didn't go for a field goal. Well, to their credit, they didn't try to run up the score, but in the meantime, the Chargers, with perhaps the biggest upset, I have a feeling that Zach Walker's going to get a hold of Tom Brady and put him through a table, because obviously it wasn't his fault that the team lost, though. Well, next season we will have. I'll tell you the teams that we will have, just to give you an idea of who's going to be involved in the draft. We have Indianapolis, Tennessee, Seattle, Pittsburgh, the Los Angeles Rams, Cleveland, Baltimore, and New Orleans. So yeah, you won't see the Patriots again for next year.
So that'll just about do it for
I mean,
Davis.
of course, the Patriots haven't really been the same when they lost Brady, IRL. So you really wouldn't be wrong about it.
From Foxborough. Good night.
But for Brady, what a bad way for him to go out, especially on. I mean, it's much like what happened with him, the Patriots, and when they went up against the Tennessee Titans. Like, he threw a pick, and the Titans just, ran out the clock, and they won. So yeah, next time you see Brady, you'll see You'll see him with the Buccaneers. But for well, the only thing you're done is just for the season, and that's it. But I hope you do come back. You, I would love for you to come back, Bill. Now, both quarterbacks did well in the 80s when it comes to the quarterback rating, but completions, that percentage was to Brady, but Philip Rivers was not that far off. Like numbers wise, they did okay. He needs to retire. I mean, of course, he was put with a super team in Tampa Bay and they won. So what does that tell you? And of course, Melvin Gordon, he was the guy that scored the touchdown. And had they not scored that touchdown at the very start of the game, I mean, we could be talking the Patriots winning 6-0 on field goals. And actually, I'm going to I will agree. I would be disappointed too, but I'm actually, you know what? At least you had a chance to win, because the team I was with the Bears, and they got pasted by the Arizona Cardinals, 17-0. So while yes, you have every reason to be disappointed with the fact that you didn't win and the fact that you lost by one stinking point, me, I was just as disappointed, if not more so, that I got absolute that the team, the Chicago Bears got absolutely pasted by, of all teams, the Arizona Cardinals. So that says a lot there. You could be an Eagles fan. We can't make anything happen. Well, you did more. You've done more than the Raiders have ever done in the last couple of years, though. I mean, you won a Super Bowl. It's just sad that it didn't last forever. You know, it would have been nice to build off of that success, but and without question, though, I will never forget the Eagles won championship, but that's another story for another time. But yeah, Mr. Wrong Button, since you're here, would you like to be in the series? Maybe not so much for Madden 20, which is the game I'm using currently, but for Madden 22, because like the next episode is going to be the Super Bowl between the Chargers and the Chargers and the Cardinals. That's a first time matchup if I ever say so. I mean, those are two teams that won or that lost in their only Super Bowl appearance, if I'm not mistaken. Because the Cardinals have only made it one time, and then the Chargers made it one time. I have never played a Madden. You don't have to. Basically, what I do is I'll show you. I'll show you. Just to give you an example. Let me go to Creation Center. I'm just doing this for example's sake here. So what I do is, like, let's say you want to be made. What I would do is enter your first, last name, then put you at the position you want to be, or whatever position that the team that you want to be on, or that you get drafted on, needs. And then I would like give you your number, like ask if you're left or right-handed, things like that. You could even include things like what college you went to, and then your appearance, like if you wanted to change the tone of your skin, which in turn determines the look of your face, and all these little minor modifications, and then your equipment, everything that it comes with, as well as the rating, which I will fix, no worries, and extras. But I am not going to do that. But that's just a little sample of what I do. As you can see, Zach Walker was in it. Gladly, I would be there for that. Okay, so what I will do is I'll add you to the list. because I have, if I can, there we go. All right, so wrong button. Also, this young man, wrong button, also does his own streams himself. So if you like some of the games that he does, do check him out. Do check out Wrong Button. Does a ton of good streams, and he also does his own interview series, somewhat similar to what I do. In fact, he had me as a guest not that long ago. So if you want to check out that, I'll be sure to share it with you guys in a video. And also, Speranza. Wait, what's the news? Oh no! Don't tell me what I think it is. Speranza, do you want to be a player in this game, or do you want Blade Charge to do it? Anyway, podcast will be live on Saturday. Oh, okay, not a problem. But yeah, Wrong Button is a guy that you can check out. You could also check out Blade Charge, as he is going to start his own show or his own stream, so you can check that out. Now, as for the Super Bowl, I have yet to determine a date. I will talk to the two team captains, that being Chaos Reaper, being that he's not just because he's the quarterback, but because he's the more likely I can get a hold of, and Clinton, for the fact that he's also very most likely for me to get to. Anyway, you're fiendish. Oh, please tell me you don't wear that ugly mask, please. I loved you. I love you just as you are, Speranza. I mean, I don't mind the dark makeup, like especially with the lipstick, you know. And before anyone says anything, Speranza is a character that is in Blade Charge and also on my show, for what is it, for like on wrestling, like WWE, and in some cases other games too, But Speranza is a character that was created by Blade Charge, so Speranza's not real, but it's just that I pretend that it is at times. So I don't wear that mask. All right, good. Please don't. I would hate to scare the kids. I wouldn't want to scare the cats or anything like that. Anyway, back to so yeah, I'll talk to Chaos. And to Clinton, as again, they are the two guys that are the most likely to for me to get a hold of. And once we settle a date, we'll get to it. But until then, next stream I will be doing is I'm gonna be good. I'll try to do it on Friday, as the next 2 days I will be taking some time off for me, just because I need to rest and relax and whatnot. But with that said, Val is looking for oh yeah, that's right. So Speranza, on behalf of Blade Charge, is looking for some female talent. So if wrong button wants to volunteer the missus as a character, he could do it. But not just him, but anyone else that wants to participate. Like me, for example, I volunteered my good friend Melissa, the Mario girl, for VOW, which is Valkyries of Wrestling. So yeah, if you want to nominate your female talent, or if you want to become a male manager, you can do that. Just let Blade Charge know, or if you want to talk to me about it, you're more than welcome to do that. Let me know what you need. Not a problem. Okay, so I will talk to you about that, Mr. Wrong Button, as far as Madden is concerned. But that being said, from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22 signing off, and I will see you on Friday. And if not on Friday, Saturday, then it will be. And that's going to be for the NHL series, the hockey series, in which it is the semifinals and it's game 2 of that particular finals. But until then, oh, and for Speranza, the link is in the latest video. Okay, so if you want to check out Blade Charger stuff, go do it and look at the latest video. And also do check out Wrong Button and Super Mario Under. You can also check him out. And Joshua James also has a couple of videos too. And as does Remnant Elementor from early in the show. Mythic Legends Wrestling does his own show too. And then Chaos Reaper and Autism Rob from much early in the show. I just wanted to give those guys a shout out. And ooh. Okay. But until then, to Jude 22 signing off. Have a great day, everybody.